What is going on, everybody? My name is Zach. I hope you are doing well. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, please do consider pressing that big red subscribe button. One more quick thing. This video is going to kind of be borderline on some subjects that YouTube really doesn't like discussed. So I'm going to do my best to make it not violate any policies. So there's going to be a couple of words that I'm going to purposely avoid using. Those words will be obvious. So if you could refrain from using those specific words in the comments, I would appreciate it. Let's get into it. 2 nights ago, I was delivering a DoorDash order, and it was going to kind of a little out in the county, and it was going to a new subdivision. And this specific place is still largely under construction. So I have only actually been there maybe 2 or 3 times ever. So I'm not super familiar with the roads through there yet. This specific day, it was quite hot. That will be relevant in a moment. So on my way to go and get this order delivered, I got a Walmart Spark offer. It was like $20 and change for a double. The pickup time was still like 15 or 20 minutes away, so I accept it and keep heading towards my delivery. So on the way there, I wasn't paying attention to my phone, and I missed a turn. And then I had to, turn around where I could, which ended up being, a few more minutes up the road. Embarrassed to admit, I missed the turn a second time. So I was on a roll that day. Anyway, I digress. I was getting tailgated is what had happened, and I didn't want to slow down the second time. So I end up getting that order delivered. And so I start heading towards Walmart, and we only have one Walmart in my market, by the way. I'm trying to paint a picture so you understand kind of what I was seeing. You drive in, there's only one way in and out of Walmart. So you go driving in, and if you keep driving straight, it's a dead end. And there's a bunch of RVs and campers and stuff like that are occupied by homeless people right on the side of Walmart. And then in the forest behind Walmart, there is a homeless camp. Well, driving in, I saw 10, 15 cop cars at that dead end road, and they were all like blocking off the road. And so I'm like, oh, my initial thought was they're trying to evacuate this homeless camp. They do that periodically. So I didn't really think much of it. I'm just like, oh, well, okay. So I go driving into Walmart, and there's one cop car kind of like up on the curb, or like the, like entrance area to Walmart. So I pull into the little like grocery pickup spot thing. And my AC in my car is messed up. So I've had the windows down. It's been hot. So as I'm sitting there waiting, I get checked in. And as I'm sitting there waiting, I hear someone say, "You got to turn around. They just got robbed again." I'm like, what? And he wasn't talking to me. So I see the cops and like Walmart security. We have security here for Walmart. Start coming down and telling people they got to turn around. And you start seeing employees flooding out of the store, like, telling people the same thing. You got to go. We're closed. You got to go. So turns out what had happened was some lunatic went into the store, and I'm unclear on if he was like handed this item or if he broke into the case and took this item. But regardless, he ended up with a weapon in his hands, and he proceeded to take that weapon and start smashing another case that contained something you would put inside that weapon that would make it very lethal. So read in between the lines, you know what I'm talking about. I will post a news article in the description below about this. After reading that news article, I realized I had missed this delivery I had missed this happening by about 10 minutes. So by me missing that turn twice, Had I not missed that turn, I very well may have seen some sketchy person go taken off with something that they shouldn't have had. So it was a big deal. It was put into, the area was put into lockdown. There were, like, I don't want to say checkpoints, but there were barricades, throughout the northern part of the city. They ended up finding the guy 3 miles away. So he made it a good distance. So that was one event that happened to me this week. I am not pleased with the way Walmart handled that. They let me pull in, let me check in, let me wait. Now, I understand that they were busy. I had to call support, and so far I've not been impressed with Spark support. I've had to deal with them twice so far. The first time was due to an order that they didn't have somehow. And I ended up waiting almost 30 minutes for that order and only got $2.70, something like that, in compensation for waiting that long. Not super thrilled about their support. But yeah, the second order was a double, like I said, and this happened two nights ago. I had to call support, and I don't even think they understood what the issue was. They're like, oh, you need to be unassigned. I'm like, no, it needs to be canceled, as the store is closed for who knows how long. So, 2 days later, I still have not received any compensation for that canceled order. So that was probably the most interesting thing that happened this week. I had something else happen, but that's I think I'm going to do a ride along after this, and I'm going to talk about that in the ride along. So anyway, I would love to hear from you guys. What is the sketchiest thing that you have ever experienced while doing deliveries? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't done so yet, please do consider pressing that like and subscribe button. My name is Zach. Take care.